I'll beat your ass. Looks like it works. Cool. Alright. There we go. Okay. So let's get the things out.
The thing.
D&D.
Get the things.
All the things.
So you
Do
guys
we need to be anywhere for this?
No.
Okay.
Need
You
to be
guys
here.
need
I need to be here. Okay, got it. I can do that.
you guys need sheets again, don't you? Blank ones? Or do you
Yes.
still have the blank
Yeah.
version?
Still have the
I don't know. I don't have the blank version. I don't think, at least.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah, I do still have the blank. Sweet.
Okay.
Well, I need dice.
Yes, probably.
Oh,
Because you'll have to roll, unless you're just going to take the average on your HP, I guess.
why would I ever do that?
You mean like you should have last time?
Oh, here's my dice. Hey, class.
Oh my gosh, that's an echo.
Sorry. We were in the same room for a second. Alright, I've got my dice. They'll lead me down the right path. What?
Let's head to victory.
Yeah, to victory.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna put on some music.
Do the thing.
Okay. Alright, so what is going on today? Did I update? I didn't update the thing on Twitch. That's what I didn't do. There we go. Still says I'm playing Overwatch. We're playing Overwatch, can't you tell? That's what we're doing.
Look just like it.
Alright, we are gonna do session 0. What is a session 0? Well, I'll tell you what that is. That is a thing where you tell your players to create people in their head and then ask them if they want to be buried alive or not.
Yes. Definitive yes.
Definitely buried alive, yeah.
Alright. And then I'm just gonna do a quick little thing here. Get my thing going. No, we don't have a song request going on. Although I could do song requests.
Yeah, you should do song request.
I probably should actually. Sure, we'll do song requests. And then is Nightbot in here? Yeah, Nightbot's still there. Okay. Let me open up Nightbot.
What's Nightbot?
Nightbot is a bot who helps
Works
me.
in the night.
Will he give me night?
Good. Eat
He'll
your
he'll make you a knight.
Oh yeah.
Eat your shit, cat.
Eat shit, cat.
Eat your shit.
Oh boy.
Oh. Yes.
That's really loud. That's really loud. Okay. There we go. So there's still quite a bit in the queue, I think. Oh, this might be the last one in the queue.
I gotta remember how to put stuff in the queue.
So you guys can go ahead and request songs now, and I believe it's just exclamation point RS and then the link to the song. I did not request that. I don't know why it says that I requested it. It's not mine. But yeah, go ahead and request songs. Exclamation point RS. Go ahead. Who cares? So this is a proper D&D session, so. Alright, so... we're gonna do characters. I'll probably ask some. Oh, geez, this is pretty loud too. Why is this loud? Sure. Probably ask some questions about the session and what you guys expect from it, because it's what you're supposed to do on a session 0. If you guys don't expect anything from it, well then, cool. Just can do whatever I want.
I expect hilarity.
So, I didn't breathe enough. That's why I yawned. I typically find that's a thing, because you yawn if you don't take in enough enough air, and you yawn when you're tired. And I guess I don't breathe enough.
You should. That's really important.
Yeah, I know. I know it's important. Alright, so you guys can think about what kind of stuff you want to do for your characters. I will list off some options that you have now that I've organized all my D&D stuff here. I'm going to give you guys the full list of races.
Thanks, Mal.
Oh man, it's Ural. Hey Ural, it's been a while. No. I'm gonna give him this. You can look at the full races and sub-races there.
Sweet.
Did that not work?
Oh, geez.
Alright,
Okay.
Nightbot.
So, can I be a Minotaur?
If you want to.
Whoa! Are there any races that are off limits?
I would say for this region, humans are most common, followed by elves, half-elves,
Guess it's just request song, not RS, because that one went through.
I guess that's it. Or is it our song? I don't know. I was looking at the commands and they were...
He tried our song and it didn't work, so
Yeah, I was trying to look at
must
it.
be just request song. Too long.
That's weird. That's weird that it doesn't, like, have...
A shortened version.
Yeah, I mean, I remember someone doing it, and they could request songs. But... guess not. Guess it's just request song. Alright. Let me think of the sub-races here. Not really. You're not really going to see a whole lot of Minotaur. You're not going to see a whole lot of Goliaths or Genasi. You're not going to see a lot of Aasimar or Changelings or Aarakocra. But it's not that it's not like they're gonna it's not like they're impossible.
Okay. So you said there's a lot of humans, elves, and what?
Humans, elves, common races like halfling, humans, elves, halfling. Dwarves would be uncommon in this area because they live in the Shiver Peaks. They don't typically come down from there. But they can totally. It's not it's more reasonable for a dwarf to be in the middle of the Ascalon mainland than a Minotaur, because Minotaurs are, according to D&D's version of the Minotaur, they're seaborne. They're like they like sailing. I don't know why, but they do.
Wait, who likes sailing?
Minotaur.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but they do.
Strange. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, any of these races are feasible. Some will get, the less common ones will get sort of like the awkward glance every now and then from townsfolk. But let's see. So
Okay.
most common: dwarves, elves, halflings, humans, half-elves. Those are probably the most common.
Let's
Other-
get Goliath.
Goliaths exist in the Shiver Peaks, so they're not super far away. But Goliath could work. Any of these can work. It's just a matter of
Do you
Yeah.
want to look odd?
who do you want to who do you want to be and are you willing to take your character? Is your character willing to take the awkward glance every now and then for being so far away from their normal home?
Well, we've got one person who wants to be a Minotaur. I'm actually leaning towards Water Genasi.
I was kind of joking, but
I'm not really joking. I'm gonna be a Goliath.
I actually want to play a Water Genasi, see what it's like.
what's a water genasi?
Genasi are half human or half humanoid, half djinn. So they're
elementals.
They're the children of genie and humans. And they are born with elemental properties, like a water genasi looks like living water.
It's like undying.
Like blue skin, their hair flows like they're underwater, and it looks like water strands. Fire genasi are similar. They have like red to orange skin. Their hair is literal fire. It doesn't burn anything, but it looks cool. I feel like that's not the full list of stuff there. No, that is. It's the full list of races. There's also... Could sworn I had some other races in here. There's the Lightborn, which are kind of like light genasi. They're genasi, but with... Or they're humans who were touched by the plane of positive energy. And they get a lot of bonuses to charisma. I would say, I was looking at some here. Kitsune is probably not going to be a good choice here. Or Henge Yokai, because those would only exist in Kantha. And you guys are very far away from Kantha.
Yeah.
But any of the races there are totally fine.
What's a shifter?
Shifter is a human with who is descended of people with lycanthropic diseases. Let me actually see if I can pull that open. It's Eberron, I believe. Shifters are descended from humans and lycanthropes. Although they cannot fully change to animal form, they can take on animalistic features by a process they call shifting. And then you choose a sub-race, basically what type of lycanthrope you are. Beast Hide, Cliff Walk, Long Stride, Long Tooth, and Razor Claw, and Wild Hunt. And they leave it open so that you can kind of fit into what kind of were creature you're descended from. Because... you know, if they said like, oh, well, these are werewolf people, then it's like, well, they try to leave it open so players can sort of imagine what they want their descendant to be.
So then what's the difference between a shifter and a changeling?
A changeling is literally just a shapeshifter. They can, as an action, they can use polymorph on themselves to transform into any humanoid of their size that they have seen, or back into their true form. Their equipment doesn't change with them, and if they die, they revert to their natural appearance.
Okay.
They just transform into other people.
I missed my song. Oh well.
Did it?
No, it was on. I just didn't see it until just about over. I was going to unmute the stream, but
Is there a list of classes we can reference as well?
The list of classes is much longer than the list of races. Besides all the classes,
they're basic classes, though.
Besides all the basic classes, there's also some additional subclass options that you'd get later on. There's the College of the Maestro for Bard. Obviously I'm still allowing Blood Hunters. There's blood magic options for, I think, Barbarian, Fighter, Sorcerer, and Wizard. There's some new Druid circles to choose from, including Circle of the Beast, which gives the Druid an animal companion. Circle of the Death Bloom, which involves fungi. And Circle of the Fountain, which is about healing. There's the Dragon Knight, which is a full class on its own, and involves getting a weapon that they specialize in. There's the Dragoon Fighter archetype.
Yeah, spoilers that the first one is what I'm using in our new campaign.
Gunslinger for fighters. Roguish. There's a ninja archetype for rogues. There's actually a lot of archetypes for rogues that I've found recently that are really well made.
Well, how about this? What are the basic classes?
I think it's just what...
Bard, Barbarian, Cleric, Druid, Fighter,
Wizard and Sorcerer.
Paladin, Wizard, Sorcerer, Rogue, Ranger.
Got it.
Those are the base ones.
And then there's extra shit off of those.
Right, that's fair.
Oh, and
What's the
Monk.
difference-
Yeah, Monk. Yeah.
Okay. What's the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer?
A wizard has a spell book with a lot of spells in it, and they choose which spells they want to be able to cast for that day, similar to how paladins and clerics prepare spells. The difference is that paladins and clerics get access to their entire list of spells. Wizards don't, but they can potentially learn their full list of spells because they can write down spells in their spell book. They get a lot of spells known. At first level, you know 6 spells, and every level thereafter, you learn 2 additional spells.
Nice. Okay.
And forget what the thing is for how many spells you can prepare. I think it's based on your intelligence. But they're super squish. I think at level 2 they choose which arcane tradition they want to focus in, like what kind of spellcasting they want to focus in. And then sorcerers always know all of their spells. They get less spells to choose from, and they primarily focus on damage dealing spells. So they're less utility than wizards are.
Yeah, but they can cast anything they know anytime.
Yeah, they don't have to prepare spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they get meta magic, which allows them to sort of
Blow shit up.
change effects to their magic that gives them the quicken spellcasting,
All the shit that I did.
twin spellcasting, careful spellcasting, all that. Evocation wizards get a similar thing where they kind of just make certain people within an AoE spell that they cast just safe. Something I've noticed, actually, is that careful spellcasting, the way that it's worded, actually says that you can choose up to a number of people in an AoE, and they automatically succeed their saving throw.
Oh.
So actually, everyone who is in his spell should have been taking half damage on his spells. They shouldn't have just been taking 0. So we read that wrong, and I actually noticed that when a player in a local game that I'm part of picked sorcerer, and he read that out, and I was like, oh.
So I'm a lot more broken than I should be.
Well, you're more dangerous to the party
Yeah.
than we originally thought.
Whoops.
So yeah.
Alright. Good to know.
Oh, at least I know my defensive spells will be more of use.
So between Kless and Jess, do you guys feel like you're gravitating towards anything?
Plus said Goliath, but he hasn't said class. Same for
Right.
Jess, who said Water Genasi, but
Yeah, I am leaning more towards Water Genasi. As for the class, I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably something of the fighter archetype, because obviously Goliaths already have a bonus to strength, so...
fighter or barbarian, they work very well for either.
Yeah.
Because I would like for us to be kind of balanced, so if you guys feel strongly about something, I'll...
We also don't know what
I'll
creature
play
it
off.
would be.
You do not have to worry about party balance at all with 5th
no?
edition. 5th edition is balanced enough that you really don't have to worry about it. Yeah, there's going to be some things that are going to be harder to deal with if you don't have, like, say, a spellcaster or healer, but it's not impossible. Like, really just... I mean, this is going to be short. Just play what you want. Play whatever sounds the best to you, because this is going to be a short campaign.
That's fair.
Water Rogue sounds like fun.
A what?
A water rogue.
Water Rogue! A Water Genasi Rogue!
Water Genasi get a bonus too.
Wisdom?
They get-
She says?
Yeah, they get a bonus to wisdom.
Con and wisdom, not the best combo for a rogue, but it's not saying you
Did
can't make
have
it
any
work.
suggestions for a Genasi?
At least a caster
Con
probably
and
work.
wisdom. A water Genasi can make. Weirdly enough, they can make good clerics. They make good druids. Rangers. With the +2 to con, they can actually make decent barbarians.
Which is hilarious.
I drowned you.
I'm not saying that you can't make a rogue work with it. It's just you need to have good stats for it. Because otherwise you're going to have like a 14 dex. And that's not really great for
Yeah.
for
Oh,
rogue.
I could give Ranger a try then.
Be the worst rogue of all time.
What are you talking about? I could turn into a puddle.
Can they do that? That's the question.
I doubt it, but it was just a thought.
What can Water Genasi do?
What?
You heard me.
No, I was... Twitter's, like, messing up.
Resistance to acid damage. They can breathe air and water. You have a swimming speed of 30 feet, and you know the Shape Water cantrip. At 3rd level, you can cast Create or Destroy Water as a 2nd level spell, and once per long rest. And Constitution is your spell casting ability. Okay. Alright. You can pick whatever you want. Don't matter.
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
Don't matter. Okay. Well, in that case, what classes are good with a dexterity?
Rogue, obviously.
Really
Ranger.
anything? benefits from dexterity because, except for Barbarian, who require all their abilities require melee weapon attacks with strength. But Fighter can use Dex, Wizard uses Dex, Sorcerer uses Dex.
Rogue and Ranger, obviously.
Rogue, Ranger, Cleric can use Dex. Really, anything that uses ranged weapons or finesse weapons can use Dex. Blood Hunters, Druids. I mean, it goes on.
Okay.
Dex is just a good
Barbarian.
stat.
Yeah.
Just not Barbarian. Okay, got it. Can I
mean,
be an Aarakocra Druid?
Yeah. Picking some of the most difficult races for me to work with. So Aarakocra are eagle people. They're bird
Oh, I
people.
thought they were bird people.
They're bird people,
yeah,
primarily eagles, but you can choose other kinds of birds. And
Can I be a sparrow? Okay, no, I'm sorry, I'm done.
do know that for me, I sort of do something to the Aarakocra to make them a little bit more balanced. I take away their flying speed until a certain level.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise you just become a sniper that flies through the air and I can't touch you with ground troops, and that makes combat a little unbalanced. So what I usually do is I say you can keep your fly speed, but you have to land at the end of your movement or you fall.
So like a pixie.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, you can. They're pretty frail,
Oh.
as you would guess.
They're birds.
They're birds. But you can play one if you want. I have had like so many people interested in playing Aarakocra.
Boom.
They are.
Aarakocra Druid, though, that sounds nifty.
Well, that makes the most sense because they're actually very. They're very
Nimble.
nature oriented. They are actually from the elemental plane of air.
Oh.
And they made their way to the material plane after a rift appeared in the plane of air. And they spilled out into this world, and they are, I believe, they're neutral good in general. They're not like some sort of crazy naturalistic race. They're intelligent, and they're usually lean towards good. They actually help out human civilizations if they happen to have a colony nearby. Dexterity +2, Wisdom +1. They reach maturity by age 3, and they don't usually live longer than 30 years.
They don't live very long.
They are about 5 feet tall, and they are lightweight and weigh between 80 and 100 pounds. Their base walking speed is 25 feet. They have a fly speed of 50 feet, as long as they're not wearing medium or heavy armor. And they get talons to do unarmed strikes. And they can speak, read, and write Common, Aarakocran, and Orin. Okay. So yeah, if you want to do that, you can. You can do Druid. Druid prepares spells same way as Paladin.
And Wizard.
Oh. So after a long rest.
After a long rest, you pick which spells you want to learn. And they have access to, I believe, access to all their spells. Like a Paladin. So you gonna do that, or you gonna do that?
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the Water Genasi Ranger then. I've been actually taking a good liking to ranged attacks lately.
Okay. So, gonna have a druid and a pseudo druid. unless you pick a certain thing. Rangers, I think it would only kick in at level 2 because you get spellcasting at level 2. You could pick, they actually released a variant of Ranger that has no spellcasting.
Huh.
And instead of spells, they get superiority dice, which are d8s that they can add to do various things. Like, they learn maneuvers from the Fighter Battlemaster archetype, which give them the ability to, like, say, disarm opponents, make their attacks more precise, feint, distract, cause opponents to be afraid of them, a bunch of different effects that they get from it. So they become less less utility with their spellcasting and more focused.
Yeah, let's give that a try.
Well, you don't have to worry about that until level 2.
Sweet.
So so let's just get these. So we should roll stats before writing some stuff down from your races and everything. So we'll roll 4d6 and drop the lowest. If you do not have 4d6, you can...
I don't think I've ever made that sound before.
How many? We're rolling 6 of them?
4d6. And if you don't have d6s, then there's a lot of web pages that do it for you.
Whoa. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, how many times are we rolling them?
Oh, man.
You roll them 6 times.
Okay.
4d6 drop the lowest.
Aha. Okay. And that is...
Oh my god. I think I was happier when they were rolling off the table.
Do we add them, or what are they?
You add together the results, drop the lowest die.
Okay.
So essentially you end up adding only 3. Wow, these are bad. These are really bad. People looking on stream can see what's going on.
So what is this number?
What?
What's the number?
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so squishy.
Oh, it's your stats, your main stats.
Oh, my main stat.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are for your stats.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
I rolled 2 15s at the end, so.
Oh.
Nope, that's it.
Don't be relying on your ranger, people. I'm gonna be squishy as all hell.
Well, you can obviously arrange them as you like.
Oh, I know, but I'm still gonna be squishy.
Wow. I'm amazing. Let me tell you.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Wait, 11? Alright, well, that's a thing.
Anyways, while those guys are rolling, what I'm thinking barbarian, but I don't know if there are any like offshoots of that.
Yeah,
go
there's
with that.
subclasses.
All right.
You
what are some
choose
of those?
you choose a primal path at 3rd level. You pick between. I have a couple options. There's In the base book, there's Path of the Berserker, which is very damage focused. They can go into a Frenzied Rage, which gives them an attack as a bonus action at the end of their turn after they've activated the Rage. Or you could do Path of the Totem Warrior, which makes them a little bit more utility. You could be super tanky with if you go Bear Totem, as it gives you resistance to all damage types except Psychic, instead of just bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Nice.
There's Path of the Battle Rager, which focuses on wearing spiked leather armor and getting grapples and bonus attacks with their armor. And then there's... Let me get this open. There's Path of the Blood Rage Savage, which they don't inflict wounds on themselves, but they use their hit dice to do additional things. Probably would be better to pick a Blood Rage Savage at higher levels when you have more hit dice to play with, because hit dice is completely related to your level.
Right.
So
yeah, I can. Obviously, that's not till level 3, so I can worry about that
yeah.
later. All right, I can do the rolling dice thing. So it's 4d6.
Drop the lowest.
Okay.
Or if you're using like a random number generator thing, it's any number between 3 and 18.
Well, how would I do that then? I'm going to use a random number to just have it do a number between 3 and 18.
Yep, do that 6 times.
Okay.
And hopefully it doesn't pick shitty rolls.
Oh, I got maximum on the first one.
Sorry.
And hopefully it
So
doesn't
do
pick
I add-
maximum for all of them.
Yeah.
Do
Oh, I said
I add?
that. No, go ahead.
Sorry. Do I add 4 to all of those, or no? Just roll a
No.
d6 for.
You
Okay.
roll 4d6, drop the lowest, then add the remaining 3.
Yep. So you add the 3 together that you didn't.
Well,
Roll
What?
4d6.
You
Let's
roll
say
46.
Let's say you rolled a 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. You would drop the 1 and then add the 2, 3, and 4 together.
Yeah.
And then that would be your stat.
Oh, so you do that for each stat?
Yeah, you do that for
Yeah.
each one.
Oh, okay. Well then, hold on. 'Cause I didn't do that right at all.
Okay. No, well that one's shit. It went 9.
Hey, at least you got one bad stat.
Yeah. And a 12. And a 6.
Hey, there's your intelligence stat.
Yep.
Because barbarians don't need intelligence.
Oh, I just got a 4.
Oh shit, alright, well...
No, another 18.
Oh, okay. Alright, that balances it out. That balances it out. I was gonna say, like...
And I
oh,
thought I
well,
was gonna be squishy.
I was gonna say, like, okay, well, you've got half of your stats are gonna be below 10, so... But then you
Yeah.
rolled another 18, and I'm like, alright, well, never mind.
Yeah, 18, 9, 12, 6, 4, 18.
So your mental stats are not gonna be that good.
No.
Wisdom, intelligence, charisma, all
So
dumped.
I'm guessing strength and con will just be the 18s.
Yeah, probably good idea.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my dice decided to give me 10, 13, 11, 11, 15, 15. Give me incredibly,
Well, you didn't have
incredibly
a 4
boring,
in there, though.
boring stats.
A 4 is pretty legendary.
I ended up with, let's see, 15, 12, 9, 11, 12, and 9.
Well, a 9 isn't still my third lowest.
Alright. So for a ranger, your main stats are going to be dex and wisdom. And then you can kind of move around from there. For a druid, main stats are going to be wisdom and then dex. So the opposite. And for a barbarian, it's strength and con.
Yeah, as I thought.
He's a barbarian. He's going to use strength. What are you talking about? You just use the 9 on the stat that you won't need. Hint, hint, strength. Hint, hint. No! He's a barbarian. He uses strength.
Trying to get me to be the worst barbarian ever.
Ranger, what's its top stats again?
Dex and then wisdom.
Dexterity,
talking
wisdom.
to Jess.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'd be good for her. She's not going to use strength.
She's not.
Okay, so I can choose these numbers to go into the different stats?
Yeah, whatever stat you want.
Yep.
Okay, and I want wisdom then dex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because wisdom is your spellcasting.
Spellcaster. Yeah.
I'm not really gonna need strength, am I?
No, you could put that as your 9, probably. Just like how my intelligence is a 4.
Now, just to pick between intelligence and charisma for the other 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did decent then. Do you need to know all of the things, Sky?
Water, so.
Well, you can just put it on your sheet and send it to him afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, I think this looks good.
Oh, there's another cat.
Cat?
Cat?
I heard another cat.
I think it's great that we all have cats.
Except for Creed, because he's a bitch.
He's a bitch.
Well, he's also not here, so.
Alright,
Another
well,
reason
he
why
doesn't
he's
own a
bitch.
cat, actually, though.
Huh.
He doesn't own a cat. Alright, so after that, we'll
Didn't
add
he say he was more of a dog person?
I don't know. No, he likes cats. After that, you can type in your... At the top of the sheet, you can type in your race. Whatever race you want it to be. All of you are fucking elemental evil races.
I thought you said we were neutral good.
No,
or I was neutral
it's
good.
this.
That's
That's
an
the
expansion.
supplement. That's the supplement they were added in. Our Kokra, Genasi, and Goliaths were all added in the elemental evil player companion supplement.
Well, we're rebels.
Better get Creed to be one of them too, just to keep the...
The only one left is the deep gnome. The underground gnomes.
Well, we know what Creed's gotta be. No.
Yeah, I like how you're just like, oh, you know, the races that are most common here are human and elf. Nope, we're doing something completely different right now. Just nope.
So then do we add those bonuses we get from our race?
Yeah. Now you add the bonuses from your race to the score.
So my
that
strength,
you,
my strength is already 20.
Yeah.
Nice. So
At level 1.
2 and 1.
It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, my dexterity's at 15.
And
What?
So
Yeah, I got a 15 on one of my rolls.
Oh.
Yeah. If I were to add if I were to add the bonuses, my constitution's at 14.
you're gonna be a good ranger.
What? What's your highest stat?
My highest stat is my dexterity right now.
Oh.
Oh.
Why? You said dexterity was good for a ranger, right?
No, yeah, it is, but your dexterity score isn't good.
I know! That's my
rolled a-
highest roll! That's my highest number at level 1!
You rolled a 15, that's only a +2.
I got really low rolls!
So this is.
What did you
this-
roll? Tell me your rolls.
15, 12, 9, 11, 12, and 9.
Yeah, I would have you re-roll those.
Okay.
I was gonna say my lowest stat is a 10, so
Well, considering I still get the 20 in strength.
Yeah,
I think I'm
but
probably
like
good.
the way that I see it is like, okay, my lowest stat is only a 10, but I only rolled like, 12, 11, 13, 10, and then like 14. That's like,
You gotta have at least one good stat, basically.
I have 2 good stats.
you
Yeah, I
gotta
rolled
have at
2.
least you gotta have at least a +3 somewhere.
Yeah.
So is this sheet you gave us, right, with the bonuses? It says I got a +2 to strength and a +1 to con.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure. No, you said a different one. It was different than what it said on there, so.
Okay, this is going a little better than last time.
So 20 is a +5 or +4?
+5.
Right. And 19's +4.
19 is +4.
What's a 15?
+3. Or +2.
+2, yep. What is dex? My dex is 12, and then that's like a +1.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about 18?
+4.
Okay, that turned out a
11?
lot better.
A what?
11?
0.
Okay.
What about a? Alright, do I have how minus are my stats?
9 is -1.
Okay.
Oh, so what's 10?
10 is 0.
Oh, okay, good. Yay.
What about a 6 and a 4?
Oh.
A 6 is -2. Was 4? Wait. No, wait. Yeah, 6 is -2, and then 4 is -3.
My intelligence is a -3.
The only thing that you could have possibly gotten worse is if you had rolled a 3.
That's -4.
So wait a second. Are you making your intelligence a 4?
Yeah. Is
Okay,
that
let me go ahead and look at something here.
I mean, tell me if that's not the right thing to do, but I figured being a barbarian, they don't really need a lot of intelligence.
No, they don't.
Smash.
Hulk
You
smash.
thinking, is intelligence or charisma better for a ranger?
Probably intelligence, because you
Okay.
can add it to your nature skill.
Okay, so the rolls I ended up with this time were 12, 17, 17, 17, 11, and 15.
Yeah,
That's much better.
That's better.
Yeah, so strength's 11. When you get the chance.
That's +0, or is that +1?
I think it's 0, from just based on being...
Yeah, I think 11, because what you
Ranger,
had one.
correct,
You
on it.
had one. You had an 11, right, Jessica?
Me? Let me get back. I had 11 for intelligence and 10 for charisma.
Yeah, so it was 11 a +1 or a 0?
11 is a +0.
Okay, so it's 0.
Okay.
So you have a 4 intelligence. Your IQ is 66. You probably have a learning disability.
I know how to.
Oh my god.
If you had gotten a 3, you'd have a 57 IQ, and you would probably have special needs.
I know how to hit really good though. That's all.
But you know how to hit things.
I'm sorry, but I'm making the equivalent of Sonic Boom Knuckles here.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's pretty
I'm
much
Knuckles.
who he is. He's pretty much
What's the-
he's pretty much gray Knuckles.
So what's a 17 for the modifier?
It's +3.
Okay.
Knuckle smash. What was that?
19?
The +4.
19 is +4.
Okay. 15?
15 is +2.
And 18.
+4.
Okay. And 12?
1.
Okay. We're good.
Okay. So let's just go in alphabetical order here. Arakokra,
Yeah.
your base walking speed is 25 feet.
Oh.
You have
Oh my gosh.
It's up at the top in the middle there.
I know, I'm just opening. There we go. Maybe this will be better. Yes, I can copy paste. Okay, we're good.
What is going on over there?
Don't worry about it.
in your features, you have flight of
I have
50
flight?
feet.
You can fly 50 feet.
Features. Features,
That's
features, features, features.
Bottom right of the first page.
Oh, okay.
big, long box.
Well, I can see somebody flying everywhere.
I can't. How do I edit? It won't let me edit.
Why are the words too big?
Hold, please. There we go. I can fly 50 feet. Okay, cool.
Fly 50 feet. Can't be wearing medium or heavy armor. And you must land at the end of your movement.
This is way far cry from Anya in difficulties.
Yes.
In your attacks, let me center the page.
Yep.
You have talons. They deal 1d4 slashing damage. Damage type 1d4 slashing. Now let me see. I believe that unarmed strikes use finesse, or do they? Nope. All right. Unarmed strikes use your strength. So the attack bonus is going to be your proficiency bonus, which is +2.
Okay.
Everybody has a +2 proficiency bonus. Plus your strength modifier.
Wait, what?
So your unarmed strike's attack bonus is your proficiency bonus of +2 plus your strength modifier, which, if I remember correctly, is -1.
What's -1?
Your strength modifier, isn't it? What's your strength score?
15.
Oh, 15.
Oh.
Okay. Then it's +2. So your attack bonus with your talons is +4.
Oh, yeah.
Got sharp talons.
I do have sharp talons.
And then in the bottom left, you can speak, read, and write Common, Aarakocra, and Oron, which is the language of the wind.
Oh.
Really, it's what air elementals speak.
Oh. That's
Sweet.
I want to talk to some air.
Auran.
You can speak with all the colors of the wind.
More or less.
Yeah. I'm so happy I'm a druid now.
Just gonna
You're the
be
Pocahontas eagle.
Bird Pocahontas. Genasi.
Yep.
You get your +2 to con. You have a base walking speed of 30 feet.
Okay.
You can speak, read, and write Common and Primordial.
Fancy.
Which, with Primordial, that means that you can speak, I think, all 4 elemental languages, because they all
Sweet.
derive from Primordial, which is Orin, Igni, Terran, and Aquan. So you can speak all those. And then you chose Water.
Yep.
Which gives you +1 to your Wisdom.
Yep.
You have resistance to acid damage
Sweet.
Where should I write this?
features.
Thank you. This acid damage.
So acid resistance. You're amphibious.
Yay, land and water.
And you have a swim speed of 30 feet. And you know the shape water cantrip.
Shape water.
Call to the
Okay.
wave.
And then Goliath.
You hit good.
I'll give you guys some backgrounds on each of the races that you're playing as well, just so you know. Goliaths get +2 to strength and +1 to con. They are between 7 and 8 feet tall and weigh between 280 and 340 pounds. Their base walking speed is 30 feet. You have proficiency with athletics. So in your skills section on the left, you can bubble in athletics.
Got it.
And you have an ability called Stone's Endurance.
Nice.
As a reaction, when you take damage, you can roll a d12. Add your Constitution modifier to the number rolled, and reduce the damage by that total.
Nice.
After
That's like once every long rest kind of
after
thing.
using this trait, you cannot use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
Short rest. You
You have another feature called Powerful Build, which is you count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift.
You're gonna be our mule.
You have an ability called Mountain Born, which is you can survive in high altitudes, including elevations above 20,000 feet, and you are naturally adapted to cold climates.
They should give me cold resistance.
Basically. Well, not cold resistance,
I know, that's what I'm saying. They
But,
should give it to me.
but you can survive in cold weather without having to bundle up.
It's cold outside. Have a jacket.
And you can speak, read, and write Common and Giant.
Although probably not very well, considering I have a learning disability.
You can't. You have a problem with reading. You also probably can only count up to 6. And you have problems with addition and counting.
Please do not be part of any militaristic planning.
He probably has problems with writing too. If he writes, it's probably like a preschooler trying to write with color with like crayons. I like the idea that another Goliath that Travis Willingham plays in Critical Role. He basically says like, when do you think? They ask, when do you think everybody's birthday is? And he says, I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows when his birthday is. I think he just knows that once every year, people give him presents, and he's okay with that. At some point, every year, people will give him presents. So he's not like a 4 intelligence isn't mentally retarded. But let me actually look up something real quick.
I just think like a naive little child more than anything that's still learning.
Well, depends on what his wisdom stat is. Probably high.
It's a 6.
Yeah, it's higher. That's probably more like your battle wisdom. So you're not very perceptive. You're not very bright.
Not very charismatic.
Not very charismatic.
So we have Knuckles.
Yeah.
I
like chili
want to look at
dogs.
something real quick. I wanted to look at the stats for a wolf. Okay.
I'm dumber than a wolf.
Oh no, a wolf has an intelligence of 3.
Ah,
So you're barely smarter than an animal.
I'm just barely smarter than an animal.
Than a wolf.
You're smarter than the average wolf.
Warhorse
That's
is an intelligence of 2. A vulture has an intelligence. Yeah, I mean, like you have enough intelligence that you're like
barely smarter than
you can communicate. You can talk with people. You understand what they're saying. Big words kind of confuse you, and numbers kind of confuse you. But I mean, you can count up to 6. It's like when you're trading with people for food. It's like, well, no, if I have 2 and you have 3, then I know you have more. But if I have 1 and you have 55, well, I don't even know what that is.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I don't know exactly how much, but it's a lot.
And then I could just see you getting like really angry about like people confusing you and be like, I don't like this anymore, and you just start like
It's like temper tantrum smash.
I've never played a low intelligence character. I feel like it would be hilarious.
Oh, we'll find out.
The closest thing I'm getting to is I'm playing a gunslinger who has an intelligence of, I think it was 8 or 9. So they're not like they're probably like unschooled. They didn't go to school, but I mean, you know, they can count because they learned how to from dealing with gold. But they didn't go to school, so that's how I'm gonna play it. But I've never had one that's like, you know, 6 or lower. 6 or lower is real bad for intelligence. Alright. After that, so you can speak, read, and write, common, and giant. That's it. And then for the classes. I guess we'll go in alphabetical order as this for this one too.
So Barbarian first.
Everyone has +2 proficiency bonus. Barbarians. Your hit dice. Right in the center of the sheet.
Yep.
You have 1 hit die. As your total.
1.
Your hit dice is a D12 plus your con modifier.
D12 plus 4.
At first level, you gain maximum hit points. So 12 plus 4. That's
16.
your total. Those are your total hit points. That's your max hit HP.
So I
you
have 16
health.
HP.
You have proficiencies with light armor, medium armor, and shields.
Light, medium armor, shields.
You have proficiency with simple and martial weapons.
Simple, martial weapons.
Your saving throw proficiencies are strength and constitution.
Strength and con.
And you can choose 2 skills to become proficient with from the following list: animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival.
All of those are so bad.
All of them are bad.
Because they're all based on stats that I'm shitty with. Except for athletics, which I get automatically for being a Goliath. Guess the best would be with intimidation, because that's only a -1.
You do intimidation. I would say you could do perception just to get the negative gone. So you're not subtracting from the d20.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah, I'll do perception and intimidation.
So you're not entirely imperceptive. Alright, and then you can choose to do one of 2 things. You can either get starting equipment, or you can get starting gold and buy your equipment.
I can probably just get starting equipment.
Alright. So your starting equipment are as follows. The first one is you can choose between a great axe or any martial melee weapon.
Okay,
Great axe does a d12 damage.
nice.
There are other weapons like great swords that do 2d6. There's mauls that do 2d6, I think, like a great hammer. You could go for like a whirling barbarian and dual wield.
Oh.
You take 2 light weapons.
That would be pretty badass. But I think I'm gonna go like typical. I'm gonna be a 14 warrior and just go with the giant axe.
Alright, so you get a great axe. In the center, your attacks and spellcasting.
Mhm.
Your great axe, its attack bonus is strength plus proficiency. And your damage is 1d12 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so what's the strength plus proficiency then?
It's your modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so okay, gotcha. So that's the attack bonus.
Yep.
Okay. So a 7. That's actually pretty good. And then you said that it was D12 plus something plus
Plus
strength.
your strength modifier.
Gotcha.
And then your second set of equipment, you can choose between having 2 hand axes or any simple weapon.
Okay. Let's
Hand axes deal 1d6. They're light, so you can dual wield them. And you can throw them. And then simple weapons include short swords, clubs, great clubs, light crossbow, short bow. Javelins, spear.
yeah, just so you can throw the javelin, obviously.
Yeah. Although
You can
you're getting 4 javelins as your third set of equipment.
No, okay. Well then, I won't worry about that then. Let's take the hand axes then.
All right.
2 hand axes.
Yep. And then your attack bonus with them. I don't know if you want to write 2 different attacks for them, because you can both throw and just do a melee attack with them. Your melee attack bonus is just +7 like your great axe, and they deal 1d6 plus your strength modifier. If you throw them, it's your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Gotcha.
And the damage is 1d6 plus your dexterity modifier.
So melee is strength, and the other one's dex. Got it.
And then
1d6.
as your last bit of equipment, you get an explorer's pack and 4 javelins.
Explorer's pack.
Oh, damn it. I can keep clicking that, and I don't want to click that.
I'm guessing the attack bonus on the javelins is the same as the ranged on the hand axe.
You can, yeah, but you can attack in
You can
melee with
melee.
javelins as well. So hand axes and javelins have the same. I think they have the same damage even.
Okay, well then I'll just
They're both a d6.
I'll just leave it the same then. And know that they're the same.
And then, as Barbarian for your features, you get Rage.
Rage.
You can enter a Rage as a bonus action. And as long as you're not wearing heavy armor, you gain the following benefits. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels. So, you gain as a first level barbarian, you have a rage bonus damage. At first level, it is +2. So you get a +2 to your melee weapon damage rolls.
Okay, +2. 2 to melee damage rolls.
And you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
It's bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Mm-hmm. If you're able to cast spells, you can't cast them or concentrate on them, which you cannot do anyway. So.
No, I'm way too dumb.
Your rage lasts for 1 minute. It ends if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature, or taken damage since your last turn.
Okay.
You can also end your rage as a bonus action.
And I have as many rages as I have levels.
And you know, your number of rages you can do increases.
Oh, the
as
rage
you go.
column. Yeah, I see.
So you have 2 rages at first level, and to replenish your rages, you need to finish a long rest.
Okay.
And you also have the feature Unarmored Defense, which is while you are not wearing any armor, your AC equals 10 plus your Dexterity modifier plus your Constitution modifier. You can use a shield and still gain this benefit.
Okay.
So it should be pretty high without any armor on.
Yeah, it's 15.
Your dex is +0?
No, it's a +1, but my con is +4.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
thought your con was +5 for some reason.
No.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's still not
first
terrible
level.
for no armor. Yeah. And I could use a shield and it would be higher, obviously.
It's actually better than wearing any armor currently, I think. Because, well, no, it's not better than wearing scale, because scale armor is 14 plus dex.
Which would
So
still be 15.
it would still be 15. So, and you can't afford scale armor, so
Yeah. So I'm just not going to be wearing armor, it looks like.
you can just wear regular clothes
Yeah.
or be naked.
Well, it's probably about that dumb.
Probably not.
I think you'd have a little more common sense than that.
Yeah. No, I'd have a loincloth.
All right, druid.
Well, it's something.
Druid.
Jess. Jess.
Sorry, I was getting a snack and muted my headset. Ew.
So you have, as a druid, your hit dice. You have 1
I'll be right back.
at first level.
Let's see here. Where am I? I have 1 hit dice.
And your hit dice is a D8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Constitution. Okay, cool. And I have 1.
You have 1.
Cool.
Your hit point maximum at first level is maximum on the hit dice, so it's 8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Wait, I'm so confused. In
Your
the
hit-
middle where it says hit point maximum?
Yeah, your hit point maximum is your the total you could roll on your hit dice plus your Constitution modifier.
So it's 8 plus whatever your Constitution modifier is.
Oh, okay, so 10.
10 health.
That's my... Oh.
That's your maximum health.
Oh. Okay.
Well, we are level 1.
At level 1.
So that's true.
I have 16.
You have proficiencies with light and medium armor, and shields. However, druids will not wear armor or use shields made of metal. So the only medium armor that you would wear would be hide.
Can you also wear scale?
Scale armor is usually made of metal. It's just that the scales are... The scales are made of metal, they're just shaped like scales.
Ah, I see.
So my dragon mail from Anya's character, would that work?
No, because the things
They're still
connecting,
made of
they're still metal made. It
Got
still has metal components to it.
All right.
They will, however, use weapons made of metal, which might seem weird, but that's how they have it.
It is what it is.
All right, so the weapons that you are proficient with is a list. You're proficient with clubs, daggers, darts, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, slings.
What are they?
Sickles.
Uh huh.
What are they? They're...
Oh, no. What was after sickles?
Oh, slings.
Oh, slings. Okay.
And spears.
Alright.
And you have proficiency with the herbalism kit.
What's an herbalism kit?
Like making tea and other home remedy
Herbal
stuff.
remedies.
Alright. I'm gonna give you some tea to help with that bleeding of yours.
Your saving
I don't know.
throws. You have proficiency with intelligence and wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
And you can choose 2 skills from the following list to gain proficiency with: Arcana, Animal Handling, Insight, Medicine, Nature, Perception, Religion, or Survival.
What is nature considered?
Nature is an intelligence skill, and it is your knowledge of naturally occurring environments, situations, and creatures.
Let's go with... Let's go with medicine and survival.
Okay. Those are both wisdom.
Yeah. So then I would put in my,
You would bubble in the little thing next to medicine and survival, and it's your
Okay.
proficiency bonus plus the ability modifier
Oh, nice.
that it uses.
Okay.
Next, your starting equipment. You can either choose to start with starting gold and buy your equipment, or you can have starting equipment that the class gives you.
Let's go with starting equipment.
So the first option, you can choose from a wooden shield or any simple weapon.
Is a spear considered a simple weapon?
Yes.
Yeah.
However, it is not finesse. It uses your strength.
Oh. Is there anything in the simple weapon category that would have finesse?
Dagger. That's the only one. Unless you use javelins or hand axes, which you can throw. You are as your second set of equipment, you can gain a scimitar, which is a martial weapon that uses finesse.
I'll go with the javelin.
Okay, so you have a javelin. Now, other simple weapons, however, it does say any simple weapon. So you can gain a ranged weapon. As long as it's simple. There's a light crossbow, dart, short bow, and sling. You're not proficient with short bow, but you're proficient with darts and slings.
Yeah.
So, you can gain those if you want.
Okay. But not right now.
No, you can. Instead of gaining a javelin, you could choose a dart or sling if you want.
I'll stick with the javelin. I can throw javelins.
You can throw javelins.
Okay.
Their range is 30 short and then 120 long range. The only problem with javelins is once you throw it, you don't have it anymore.
I have to go pick it up.
You would have to go pick it up. Which luckily you have a lot of movement as an Aarakocra, but that also means you have to get into melee to go pick up your javelin again.
That's why I use my sharp talons.
Hey, at least you have an offensive.
As your second set of equipment, you can choose a scimitar or any simple melee weapon.
Oh, let's go for that scimitar.
Alright, so start off with the javelin. The javelin, you're probably going to throw it predominantly. But if you attack with it, it does use your strength. If you attack with melee, in melee it uses strength. Which would be your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus. I think that guy's done cutting wood. I think I can open the window now. Yeah. I'm so glad I get to open the window to bring in the 80-degree heat instead of sitting here in the 85-degree heat.
Oh, so nice, so nice.
Much better. Refreshing.
I traded places, but
So the javelin is in melee. It's strength plus proficiency for the attack roll. The damage is 1d6 plus strength. If you throw it, it is your dexterity plus your proficiency. And the damage is 1d6 plus dexterity. And the scimitar is the same way, except it uses dexterity for melee. So the scimitar is dex plus proficiency for the attack roll. And the damage is 1d6 plus dexterity.
Sorry, scimitar is my proficiency plus dexterity.
Yep.
And then you said 1d6 plus dexterity again?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Scimitar.
It's apparently pronounced scimitar.
Scimitar.
I don't care, I say scimitar.
Yeah, I've always said scimitar.
My one of the DMs that is part of the rotation for my local group says scimitar.
Scimitar.
Scimitar. And then your the last set of equipment you get is leather armor,
Yay.
an explorer's pack, and a druidic focus. The druidic focus can be anything that you want it to be among these things, which is a sprig of mistletoe, a totem, a wooden staff, or a yew wand.
Oh, a totem.
That's what you use to cast your spells through.
Cool.
Alright, and now your first feature. You can speak Druidic.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in a desert. Like I actually live in a desert. It doesn't look like a desert, mind you, but it has the climate of a desert. And people used to think that I lived under a cactus. No, I don't.
Well,
Big
I
cactus.
guess, I guess it's better than the stereotype of us Canadians all living in igloos.
He lives under a cactuar.
You know Druidic, which is the secret language of druids. You can speak the language and use it to leave hidden messages. You and others who know the language automatically spot such message. Others spot the message's presence with a DC 15 Wisdom Perception check, but cannot decipher it without magic. So, it's a secret language that only druids can speak.
Sweet. I know all the languages.
You also have the spellcasting feature. That's pretty much, you can just write spellcasting. Alright, let's see. You prepare a list of druid spells equal to wisdom plus your druid level. Okay. Alright, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
You have spellcasting and druidic. And at level 2, you get to pick stuff.
Oh, okay. So not.
Let's see. The last one was Ranger.
Yep, that's Jess.
Ranger, your hit dice. You have 1, and it is a D10 plus your Constitution modifier.
That's a D8. Where's my D10? You are.
You don't roll it.
Oh.
You take the maximum at first level.
So D10 plus con?
Yeah, it's the max, so 10 plus your Constitution is your hit point maximum.
Okay.
You have proficiency with light and medium armor and shields. You have proficiency with simple and martial weapons.
Medium. Light, medium. Shields. What type of weapons?
Simple and martial.
Some weapons. Okay.
And your saving throw proficiencies are strength and dexterity.
Okay.
And you can choose 3 from the following list for skill proficiencies: animal handling, athletics, insight, investigation, nature, perception, stealth, and survival.
Let's go with investigation, nature, and survival.
Okay.
I still need to write in the numbers.
That's fine. Just proficiency plus the whatever ability it uses.
Okay.
And you can choose from the following list of starting equipment, or you can get starting gold and buy your
Zero.
equipment.
Hey. That's your
The first set, you can choose between scale mail or leather armor. Scale mail is 14 plus dexterity, but you can only have a maximum of 2 points from your dexterity. So the max that scale can give you is 16 AC. Leather armor is 11 plus your dexterity, but it has no limit on what your dexterity can give.
Okay, well, let's go with leather armor.
Okay. So you have leather armor. 11 plus your dexterity is your AC. And then you can choose between...
Dexterity modifier, right?
Yeah. Never mean the score. The scores never come into play except for strength. When you're trying to determine jump and carry weight.
Okay.
And then the next set you can choose between 2 short swords or 2 simple melee weapons.
For a ranger?
Yeah. Because they can dual wield.
Ah.
2 short swords are finesse weapons. So they use dexterity. And a popular thing with rangers back in the day was dual wielding rangers.
Okay, we'll go with the short swords then.
Okay. 2 short swords in your attacks. The short sword uses dexterity plus your proficiency bonus for its attack roll. And the damage is 1d6 plus dex modifier piercing.
Plus dex.
1d6 plus dex modifier.
Okay, and the attack bonus again?
Attack bonus is dexterity modifier plus proficiency bonus.
Okay. Okay.
Get out of here, Nightmare Claw, with this Knuckles rap. And then if you're dual wielding, just so you know, if you ever decide to take out both short swords, it's similar to your guns if you have dual wielding guns, where it's if you attack with your main hand weapon as a bonus action, you can attack with your offhand weapon.
Okay.
The difference is that you can't add the ability modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Yeah.
And then you get either a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack.
Let's go Explorer's pack.
That's the better one. And then you automatically get a longbow and a quiver of 20 arrows.
Sweet.
The longbow is dexterity plus proficiency. And the damage is 1d8 plus dexterity dexterity modifier piercing damage.
A little fast for me there.
Damage is 1d8 plus dex modifier piercing.
1d8. And dex modifier. And the attack bonus?
Attack bonus is dex plus proficiency bonus.
Okay, same as yours. Okay.
At first level, you gain the feature Favored Enemy.
Ew.
Choose a type of favored enemy. Aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, monstrosities, oozes, plants, or undead. Alternatively, you can select 2 races of humanoids, such as gnolls and orcs. In this case as well, you can also choose another type of humanoid called Charr.
Any suggestions?
Whatever makes sense for your character. Elementals would make sense. Beasts could make sense if you stuck to the wilds. If the character hunted people, you could choose humans, and then some other type of humanoid like elves or something like that.
What would monstrosities fall under then?
Monstrosities are like Chimera, Manticore, Displacer Beasts.
What about the bear with shark?
That was undead.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with monstrosities as the favorite enemy then.
Okay. So, you have advantage on survival checks to track them and intelligence checks to recall information about them.
Survival and what?
Survival checks to track and intelligence checks to recall information.
Okay.
Now the question is, I'm gonna look up like say Chimera, which is a monstrosity. Does it know any languages? Yeah, it understands it, but it doesn't speak it. Is this a monstrosity? That is. Doesn't have languages. Monstrosities don't really have like a general language. So I would let you do get to learn a language based on the monstrosity you chose, or the favorite enemy you chose. And monstrosities are wide-ranging enough that they don't really have a language that's like their own. They're kind of separated. So if you wanted to like, I would say you could pick, let's see. Yeah, I don't think that would count. Never mind. I would say they don't have a language associated with them, so you unfortunately don't get an additional language.
No problem.
But that's sort of the thing, is that I think monstrosities are like wide-ranging enough that it's a broad enough enemy that you don't really, it kind of outweighs the fact that you don't gain an additional language. And then you gain additional enemies later on. You also gain the feature Natural Explorer. You're going to choose a type of favored terrain. Arctic, coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or underdark. And then you get you double your proficiency bonus when recalling intelligence checks, or doing intelligence checks or wisdom checks related to your favorite terrain. If you're using a skill that you're proficient in.
Well, being a water genasi, swamp sounds accurate.
Swamp, coast, Ascalon in particular is a forested region. So that could work too.
Okay, let's go with forest then.
Alright. So you have double proficiency on intelligence and wisdom checks related to your favorite terrain. And then you get a lot of different stuff while traveling for an hour or more in this terrain. Don't really need to write this down.
Okay.
It's basically like, as long as the ranger's with you, you guys never have to worry about getting lost or trying to find food or moving slowly.
That's good.
Because they give a lot of bonuses for traveling in their favorite terrain. Unfortunately, don't get a fighting style to level 2. I thought that would be level 1, but I guess not. Alright, and that's it for that. Let me go to the personality and background section. So you guys can think about what kind of background the character has if you care to do that. If you don't want to, which is totally fine because this is going to be such a short thing, I'm probably not going to have enough time to work in your backgrounds into the storyline. But if you want the bonuses that the backgrounds give, then you can certainly choose Choose one. Acolyte, Charlatan, Criminal, Entertainer, Hermit, Outlander, Sage, Sailor, Soldier, Urchin, Noble, Folk Hero. Yeah. Totally up to you guys if you want to pick a background. I wonder if there was like a thing that I could like send you guys the. Not that one. There we go. I don't really want to worry about backgrounds because that can draw out stuff. So I'm going to send you a link to all the backgrounds currently available.
Okay.
And you guys can write those down later because
Okay.
they can get involved, and it's really up to you how deep you want to get into making your background. Alright. So that is that. It usually gives you some starting gold and equipment and some extra skill proficiencies, so. I did that. Now we can choose some spells for the druid because we need some of those spells. Get the spells out. Druid. So, the druid, to start off, knows 2 cantrips. And you have 2 first level spell slots.
Okay.
The current cantrips that you can choose from are as follows. Let me go ahead and go down to Druid spells. There is Control Flames, Create Bonfire, Druidcraft, Frostbite, Guidance, Gust, Magic Stone, Mending, Mold Earth, Poison Spray, Produce Flame, Resistance, Shape Water, Shillelagh, Thorn Whip, and Thunderclap.
That was a lot. Do you... Okay, there's the cantrips that I can choose from.
You get 2.
You have a list? You could probably go. You could probably get them off the site that I get all my.
Yeah, you can probably go to hardcodex.ru.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me send you the link. I'll just throw it up here. This is mine for sorcery. You can just go there and change the drop down to druid.
Okay.
And you can
So the
choose to
first-
only show cantrips if you want.
Or you can see on the card it says cantrip.
Yeah.
Where does it say cantrip?
It says,
Oh, there it is.
At the bottom right of the
right.
card, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Shillelagh.
Beat you with my shillelagh.
Imagine a trip to a wonderful land of candy and jam and ice cream.
Alright, I'm just looking at all this. Can I do the poison spray one? I don't think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, you can. It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Poison spray, that's a cantrip. You can choose that one. You can only choose 2.
I only choose 2. Okay, I'm going to do Thornwood.
Okay.
That seems cool. And guidance.
Okay. And then for first level spells, you can write down as many as you want because it's the exact same way with Paladin. And you just
So
prepare. You have access to all of them, but you prepare which ones you want to be able to cast that for the day. It's the same way that Paladin works.
So all of the ones that are first level.
All of them that are first level, unless they say... Oh, wait, no, that's... Let me check something. 'Cause I think with that... Let me see if these have, like, the circle spells included. 'Cause I want to make sure that they don't have the circle spells. They don't.
I don't think so. No.
So yeah, any and all of the druid spells that are first level you can write down if you want.
Okay.
Just whatever ones you want to have on hand or have access to.
Mhm.
It's all up to you.
How
And
many
then
how many can I prepare?
It's your wisdom modifier plus your druid level. That's how many you can prepare.
Wisdom modifier plus my what?
Druid level.
Okay, fine. Fantastic. Cool, thanks.
What is it, cat?
Now.
Come here. Come here, baby. Hi. How's it going?
Meow.
Hi.
Aw.
Hi, dear. Hey, stop pushing on me. Say hi.
They never talk when you want them to.
Hey. Okay. You want to go up to the window? There you go. Don't sit on my desk. Just go over to the window. Alright.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are a resident healer
Yes I am.
because druids get cure wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because I'm gonna smash all the things.
I'll be at a distance, so you won't have to worry about me too much. Well, I'm melee right now.
I mean, we can move on. I'm just gonna read all these, so.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're pretty much done. The only one that I need to make...
Here.
Yeah, I just need to get Creed to do it at some point, which I'm recording with him tomorrow and Monday, so...
Sweet.
Should be able to do that, no problem.
Yeah. No problem at all. And then that'll be it. But with that done, you guys can think of the names and backstory and appearances, and you can save all of that for the first session, which will be in 2 weeks. As it seems like we've decided to stick to every other week until Jess can move back and get things settled. That's fine. This is going to be a super short campaign for those who are trying to figure out what's going on. Super short campaign takes place years and years and years ago, before the first battle with Diablo in this world. This weird world where I've mashed Blizzard's Diablo and ArenaNet's Guild Wars into one cohesive universe.
Pretty much all
it didn't originally wasn't originally going to be that way, but things happen, you know. And
All because Creed kept asking about Diablo.
Creed makes a meme and then it becomes the thing.
Yep.
and it's going to take place years and years before that. It's probably going to be like a bunch of original story, because there isn't actually any... I don't think there's a whole lot of lore on Ascalon 300 years prior to the Searing. So,
So we making shit up.
we're gonna make shit up and it'll be great. So,
We have smash all the things.
I'll probably dip out of the call, and what I was gonna do, and everybody in here can feel free to watch if they want to. I'm gonna have the chat help make a character.
Oh, yay!
And I'm not going to count any input from you guys. So it's going to be completely the chat making a character.
So it's going to be Shadow Man and Tornado Leaf.
Pretty much, yeah. And you know, it's up to the chat if they want to fucking listen up. And I'm going to tweet out that we're making one. So
He's totally going to be gay.
So I have already written the modifiers and stuff, so I'm gonna dip out, and I don't know if I'll come back into the call because I'm hungry, and after I finish this I'm gonna go eat and probably end the stream. So
Yeah.
see you guys in a little bit of time. And
We'll
play
do the thing
the game
with crazy classes.
with crazy classes and crazy Creed. Not everything associated with me is gay. Alright. So I'll see you guys soon.
I hope Creed makes something really basic and normal, so it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. That'll be great. I hope he makes another Warforged Barbarian. Just so this is just so this is not only the two barbarians, but this is just the village of misfits. fucking Birdman, a fucking Mountain Man, a water person, and then a robot.
And
then whatever the chat makes, whatever this monstrosity the chat is gonna make.
please make up for that.
Alright, so I'll see you guys in a short while.
Okay.
Bye.
Alright. Alright, chat. It's just you and me. So we're gonna make a D&D character, and we have the stats down here. We have the stats down here. Be gentle. So first things first, we gotta sort of decide what kind of character are we gonna make. What race and what class? What do you guys want to start with? Do you want to start with the race or the class? Race, class. Yeah, let's go with race. I'm gonna bring up the race options. Alright, here you go. Races and sub-races. Arakokra, Birdman, Ozmar, Half Celestials, Changelings, Dragonborn, Dwarves, Elves, Genasi, Gnome, Goliath, Halfling, Half Elf, Half Orc, Human, Minotaur, Shifters, Tieflings, and Warforged. Earth, Genasi, Warforged, Tiefling, Changeling. Gnome. Half Elf. All different choices. Yeah, gnomes are pretty short. They're like under 3 feet tall. I like me some half-elf, because half-elf is great. No one ever chooses half-orc. So who cares about half-orcs? They're barely people. Gnome would be interesting. Genasi, Earth Genasi, Warforged, Tiefling, Changeling. Gotta get a consensus here. Discuss amongst yourselves. Gotta help out. Poll time. Thought we wanted a meme character. I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide if you want a meme character. Straw poll looks boring now. So we have Genasi, half-elf, tiefling, warforged, and what was the last one? Changeling? And gnome. So many options. Alright, so I'll actually let anybody in the chat vote on this. Just so there's more people voting on it. So anybody in the chat can vote on that one. Oh, well. Hold on. Now I gotta make a new poll because someone wanted dwarf. And I have to include dwarf. Hold on. No! Fucking god damn it. Is that all of them? Alright, go ahead and vote. And then depending on how the votes look, in like a minute or so, we'll narrow the list down. So people have to choose from the ones voted for. Got 7 votes. Come on, there's 14 people here. I said anybody in the chat can vote. Eight votes. I said anybody can vote. Anybody here can vote. Just so that we have more votes and we can kind of close out. What's going on? Okay. My cat's acting weird. Kitty. Alright. Like sitting in the middle of the room. You guys are voting, some of you guys are voting for Warforged, and it's like, realize that if I make a Warforged here, if we make a Warforged, Creed won't pick a Warforged. So we got, alright, we'll call it there and we'll make a new poll and make it with the top voted. These are the top voted. Those are the top voted ones. I believe. Yep. And now the new one. You may choose from those 3. And it is dead even.
Thanks, pal.
Oh man, who followed? Zevi. Hey, how's it going? Oh man. You've made Travis Willingham so happy. Thank you for the host. Is that it? Is that the final votes? You guys gotta get in your votes. At this rate, looks like Changeling is gonna win. $16 people here, but only 9 votes. Get the votes in. Get your votes in. I know usually not everybody votes. Like, it's hard to get 100% of the people in a stream to vote, but I think Changeling is going to start taking away with this. As much as I want Dwarf to win, because it's Dwarf, I don't think Dwarves are gonna win. Alright, I'm gonna call it in... I'm gonna call it in 30 seconds. "30 seconds, get your vote in." Get your vote in if you want Dwarves to win. If you want Changelings to win. And done. Dwarves got that one more point. They got 4 votes, but Changeling still has 5 votes. And now Changelings just got a 6th vote, so it is going to be Changelings. Changeling is going to be the race. And they get +1 to Dex and +1 to Charisma. Not 1 plus. Alright. Go ahead and open up the supplement from Unearthed Arcana that has Changeling. They have Dex +1, Charisma +1. Base walking speed is 30 feet. Gain proficiency with Deception. And they get the Shape Changer ability. Use it to shape into any humanoid they've seen. The equipment doesn't change. And they get common and 2 other languages. You do the diamond is hold the Alt button. Alt, press 4 on the number pad, the numpad, so Alt 4, and then let go of the Alt button. Don't hold down the 4, you just, you know, Alt, hold, press 4, let go of Alt. That's it. So they get 2 other languages. Does anybody have any suggestions about a character or the language? You got Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, Orc, Halfling, Gnomish, Draconic. You got a lot of choices. Abyssal. Dwarven. Why? What did I even write? Did I have a stroke? What did I even write? Fine with Draconic. Not fine with Abyssal or Primordial. I feel like those are too rare for a character that has nothing to do with the Abyss or the Elemental Planes to know either of those languages. Dwarven is fine. If you guys want Dwarvish, Dwarven. Or Elvish, or anything, really. I'm gonna go with Dwarven. There's more votes for Dwarven than anything else. Right? All right. There's more votes for Dwarvish than anything. And now suddenly there's just as many votes for Elvish. 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 Fine. Fine. No, it's fine. You guys can choose whatever. This is kind of the point. Alright. Class. Go ahead and pick a base class. On top of these classes that you see here, there are also some unique classes. There's the Blood Hunter, the Dragon Knight, the Pugilist, and the Shaman. Those are some unique, just straight full classes that are not on this list. Again, the chat is not seeing eye to eye. You guys can pick whatever you want, though remember that I do have a 15. The highest stat that I rolled for this character is a 15, so getting bonuses to the proper attribute is probably a good idea. Dex-based paladin. It seems like Rogue is getting the most votes. Alright. We're gonna go for Rogue. Alright, Rogue. +2 proficiency. D8 plus con, which we need to figure out. Obviously, the 15, one of the 15s is going into... What the fuck am I doing? God. One of the 15s is going there. We could put the other 15 here, so it becomes a 16. It's a +3. And then... I say 13 to con. So we have a +1, not +3, +1. 11 in intelligence. And then... So we're not scrawny as... Not as scrawny as we could possibly be. And then 10 in wisdom. Man, look at all those zeros. Look at that. Look at that build. It's terrible. Alright. Normally I would re-roll the stats because the stats were terrible, but I rolled them on camera, so I'm going to be legit. Light armor. Yes, cat. What? What? Simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers. And I think short swords is the other one. Yep, and then thieves' tools. Cat wants me to reroll. Send me this lullaby music. I'm gonna fall asleep. Dexterity and intelligence. That puts us at +5 and +2. And then we can choose 4 from acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and say stealth. That's 1. Sleight of hand would make sense as well. Persuasion could work very well. Investigation could be nice. Same for perception. I'm looking for suggestions. Investig. They're down there in the bottom right. I just went ahead and picked stealth because it's stealth. Hi, kitty. Perception. That's 2. We already have deception because we're a changeling. I'm also inclined to agree that I think athletics would be better than insight. You guys got to remember that the skills that we're picking are getting bonuses from proficiency and our checks. And we have 0 in intelligence and wisdom. But, yeah, strength has 0 as well. But it's easier to climb something than it is to read someone's intentions. Performance doesn't do acting. Well, I mean, like, if you're actually, like, acting and people know you're acting, then it's performance. If you're, like, trying to put on a show. But if you are lying, it's deception. If you're trying to persuade someone to do something for you, it's persuasion. Like, performance doesn't... It doesn't, replace those skills. If I'm trying to lie because I'm a changeling and I want to lie about what race I am, deception. And I would say if you've transformed into a particular race and you're trying to lie about being that race, you have advantage on the deception skills to do it. But performance does not replace that. So the most I'm seeing for right now are insight and athletics. Which, I mean, we have 2 skills left, so we could choose both of them, honestly. So we have 5 total skills that we're proficient with. Alright, let's do starting equipment. I'm just gonna pick a rapier. Because why would you pick a short sword? Unless you're gonna dual wield, I guess. But honestly, I don't know. Do you guys want to dual wield? Or do you want to just go rapier, one hand? Do you want to have the rapier and then go short bow so we have a ranged option? Or do you want to dual wield short sword, short sword? We can also dual wield with 2 daggers. Rapier. Yep. That is a +5, and then it's 1d8 +3 piercing. Dual wielding isn't bad for rogue. Dual wielding is really good for any class that can do it. Dual wielding is perfectly fine for a rogue. And then a short bow. How much does a short bow do? I don't actually remember. (1d6). I would not suggest something that is bad, that is inherently bad for a class if I knew what I was talking about, and I know what I'm talking about with 5th edition. Dual wielding is perfectly fine for rogues in 5th edition. Burglar's pack, Dungeoneer's pack, or an Explorer's pack. I mean, the thing is that the bonus action, it really depends on if you're going to be in and out of combat with the bonus actions. It really depends on how you're going to delegate your action economy. I mean, dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action is perfectly fine, but that's totally up to whether or not you're going to actually use those. So for instance, if you're, like, let's say you're dual wielding daggers, maybe we can name it that. If you're dual wielding daggers, you can throw dagger 1 in your main hand, bonus action, throw the other one. Or alternatively, you can dual short swords. Obviously, you know how dual wielding works, but it really does depend on whether the player is going to use their bonus action. The way that I play rogues might seem really dumb, but I don't typically disengage unless I'm explicitly being targeted. Because usually the way that the DMs that I've seen do is, if there's a big guy, like say a Goliath barbarian in the party who's also attacking the same enemy, Usually the enemy is going to go after the Goliath because he's the bigger, scarier target, and they're going to want to get him out of the picture. The only time enemies target other people explicitly is if they have, like, training. Like, say, a helmed horror has the training of a fighter. And that it explicitly says they have the training of the fighter. They will go after lightly armored or spellcasters, because they know that those guys are the real threats, not the big, bulking muscle man. It's the people that can throw spells and hinder your ability to fight. So, I only see Explorer's Pack, which is probably the best one, honestly, so we might just go with Explorer's Pack, because... we get leather armor, 2 daggers, and thieves' tools. What are you putting down there? Why are you going down there? And then dagger is like the same thing. It's just +5. Why you... What? These +5s to hit. Not good. Then we get expertise. Oh boy. We choose 2 skills to be proficient, to double our proficiency bonus with. 2 skills that we are proficient with. Or we could choose our thieves' tools. I say stealth. Stealth is probably the automatic choice to get expertise in. But then after that, it's up to you guys. Deception, perception, insight, athletics, or thieves' tools. Yeah, like I said, I already knew stealth. Stealth is the automatic, like, right there. Pick stealth. Stealth expertise is excellent. Never gets seen. Perception, deception. Deception is a good choice as well. So perception and deception are kind of like the 2 that people seem to be. More deception.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you, Ronderix, for joining the party. Goofy thanks you. If you take perception, you won't be able to ambush the party. Not necessarily. There are plenty of other ways to ambush the party, just like how people say that if you give them a weapon of warning, you can't ambush them. It's like, no. One, the weapon of warning only has a 30-foot range, and it only prevents them from not being surprised. So I don't get a surprise round, but I can ambush. Just means I can't get, can't put surprise rounds in, or it'd be harder if they get their perception checks off. But honestly, their perception would only be +4 compared to Dex, or Stealth, which is going to be +7. Well, I hope you're enjoying me waiting for suggestions. I'm just gonna pick Deception. Because, seems like most people want that, which is also gonna be a +7. Dun, 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 dun. And we get Sneak Attack, which is gonna be an extra D6. And we get Thieves' Cant, which is language, and I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right. So they have, let's see, Dexter initiative is +3. Armor class is only 14. I'm not going to put up a straw poll for expertise. I'm fine with that. So it's up to you guys. Do you guys want to select the background, or do you want to end? Does you guys have like a good idea for like the background option? Which, I mean, there's criminal, charlatan, acolyte. Let's see, acolyte, charlatan, criminal, entertainer, folk hero, guild artisan, hermit, noble, outlander, sage, sailor, soldier, urchin. And then everybody picks a different option.
More painful than yours when you know she will go with you. there only were doors. Agony, oh the torture they teach. What's as intriguing, perhaps so fatiguing as what's out of reach? Am I not
Charlatan is someone who runs cons.
charming as kind as I'm handsome?
They're con men.
To a throne, you are everything. Which boy? Then why know? Do I know? The girl must be mad.
I didn't joke about the Dex-based Paladin. I just, like, no one ever plays Dex-based Paladin. It's totally possible to. I know it's possible to. It's possible to play Dex-based anything in this game except for Barbarian.
Agony, misery, although it's different for each. Always
You can choose your scheme, what you did. I cheat at games of chance. I shave coins or forge documents. I insinuate myself into people's lives to prey on their weakness and secure their fortunes. I put on new identities like clothes, which make a lot of sense as a changeling. I run sleight of hand cons on street corners. I convince people that worthless junk is worth their hard-earned money. No. I would not work in the whole thing with a jester. That would be an entertainer background. That would be part of the entertainer background. I'm not going to go super deep into the character's backstory, just so you know. I'm gonna, like, we're gonna pick the background, and then that's kind of, it's gonna be a pretty shallow character. That's how all these characters are gonna be. They're probably gonna be really shallow. They're not gonna be very, well thought out. No, I'm not going that much into it. Like, sorry, I know you want, like, a jester thing. A jester thing would work out better if this character was a bard. And they're not. And also, to be fair, I hate jesters. So you're barking up the wrong tree. Alright, I guess we're gonna do Charlatan. And we get Deception and Sleight of Hand. So we already have Deception. So we can pick a different skill. We can pick a different skill from the rogue list. Someone said investigation. Yeah, I'll do. Well, we can do persuasion. I'll do persuasion. Because that's part of the background. That would make more sense with Charlatan. We get disguise kit and forgery kit with these. Disguise kit, forgery kit. We get fine clothes, disguise kit. Fine clothes. Disguise kit. Tools of the con of your choice. 10 stopper bottles filled with colored liquid, a set of weighted dice, deck of marked cards, or a signet ring of an imaginary duke. Yes, it was, but to make it simple. Basically, they say if you already have skill proficiency, you can just pick a different one from your class. So, just because that, otherwise there's a lot of options that run over each other, and it's not really fair. I'll do 10 stoppered bottles filled with colored liquid. investigation is about like finally figuring out things. It's like looking at something very closely. It's not about gathering information about the person that they're impersonating. It's not really what it's about. Investigation is more when you're closely investigating something. It's like the difference between investigation and perception is that perception is taking in wide berths of information, looking around and seeing a bigger picture and trying to find something within that big picture. Investigation is saying, I'm going to read this book and I'm going to look for any sort of particular like markings or anything, and you do an investigation on that book. It's more like closely focused. Though that is up to the DM, but that's how I rule that they do that. Figuring out knowledge about a person is like would be much more, yeah. Perception's a wide lens, investigation is a close and focused lens. It's more what it's like. So their favorite scheme was I change identities like put on new identities like clothes. Put on new identities like clothes. Okay. Let me get false identity. Alright. We've created a second identity. What skill would you use? It wouldn't... Gathering information is a much more involved thing, and it would involve multiple different skill checks. It wouldn't just be... You can go about... The thing is that gathering information about someone or something is more involved. And it's like, you know, you can gain it through persuasion by asking around and asking people for information about it. Persuasion works. Investigation can work if you're looking through a book about that person or that thing. Perception if you're trying to spy on that person and figure out what they do from day-to-day life. It's a lot of different things that involve that person. History if they're famous, you know. So it's a lot of different things. Alright. And then we need to pick personality, backgrounds, suggested characteristics. You guys want me to roll a D8? And then a D6? Do you want me to do that? Or do you guys want to pick? We could just roll D8 and see where the dice falls. And just roll with it and figure out how it works. Random. Roll on. Alright, here we go. Flattery is my preferred trick for getting what I want. Now we can have up to 2, so I'm going to roll another one, and if it doesn't clash... I fall in and out of love easily, and I'm always pursuing something. God damn it. I wrote that wrong, but who cares? We're making Zelos. All of a sudden, it's just Zelos, but also who's also a thief. All right, a D6 for our ideal. I never target people who can't afford to lose a few coins. Okay. So he only targets rich people or people who are well off. Is that really lawful? If you guys are like, nah. But I'm gonna... Right, bond. A powerful person killed someone I love. Someday soon I'll have my revenge. Maybe that's why they fall in and out of love so quickly. They're trying to fill the hole in their heart when their loved one was killed. Oh. Oh. We're doing it. We're making a character. It's all coming together. Oh no. And their flaw. Well. Alright, guys. Hold on. Lost in hope we lie defeated. Alright guys, you ready? Ready? Here your cut, here we go. I can't resist swindling people who are more powerful than me. That could get real bad. Alright, this character's gonna die in the first session. Gonna get into a lot of trouble. All of a sudden, you guys are like, nah, you gotta honor the dice. You gotta do it with the dice. Go with the dice. And then I just reroll. So they have a problem with people who are higher up, more powerful than them. They identify with the common man, and they're flirtatious, but because of ulterior motives to safeguard their heart from the lingering void. You've made it. You've made a terribly tragic character. The last thing we need to roll for, which I forgot to do with my players. So if you guys are still watching, do this too. Jesus. Roll for a trinket, which is like a little thing. Doesn't really do anything. Probably won't have any importance to the story, but it's a little thing that your character has. with them that that they carry around. Alright, let's roll. How many do we roll? Do we roll one? We can roll once, or we can roll up to 3 times and pick. Choose to take it or leave it, basically. But on the third one, we have to keep it. So let's do that. So we'll roll 3 times. First 2 you can take or leave, but on the third one, you have to take it. So the first one is 29, a pair of old socks. Take it or leave it, guys. You roll a D100. So 2 D10s, basically. And you designate one to be the 1s and the other one to be the 10s. We Dolby. And most people saying no. Alright. Go over another roll. 8. A small idol depicting a nightmarish creature that gives you unsettling dreams when you sleep near it. So you can take that one or leave it. But if we leave it, we have to take the third one. We have to take the third one then, if we're re-rolling. Whatever we get. You're pretty much leaving it up to the dice. Whoop. Okay. Well, I got. I'm gonna say it's fine to re-roll that one. I rolled a 29 again. So, the dice want the socks. I would say that's fine to reroll because we already rolled it, but. All right. And before we roll, what was 26? This one was 68. A 1-inch cube, each side painted a different color. A Rubik's Cube for dummies. I was secretly, guys, I was hoping that we got 49. A silver spoon with an M engraved on the handle. Guess what letter his dead lover, or their dead lover, their name would start with. Anyway, now we're gonna... I'm gonna ask some basically 50-50 shot questions. Thank you, Glacius Fighter. I'm gonna say that's what it is. I'm gonna say this character is chaotic good because they got a little bit of Robin Hood in them. But they're normally good people. They don't try to steal from... Well, no, probably chaotic neutral then, wouldn't it be? Because they don't steal from... Thing is that their money isn't going anywhere. Maybe neutral. I feel like they wouldn't care about law. The only thing is, like, they have like their own little code that they thing where they don't target people who can't afford to lose money. Like they're neutral. Because I don't think they care about law or chaos. I wouldn't even say that they're good because they still steal from people. They're still looking out for themselves. They want to kill someone for revenge as well, and revenge isn't exactly a very good philosophy. Doesn't necessarily steal from only powerful and rich, but he particularly targets powerful and rich. And, but he's not above, like, stealing from middle class, I would say. Or they. We haven't decided the gender yet. But let's go ahead and... Let's see. Let's get the age. Well, it doesn't really matter. This shit doesn't really matter. Let's think of gender. What gender are they? Are they male? Are they female? Changeling may not even have gender. Let's look that up, actually. An important aspect of a changeling's identity is the issue of gender, unlike doppelgangers, which are entire— Fuck, get out of here! You're bothering me. Kitty, stop. Unlike doppelgangers, which are entirely genderless, changeling does have a default gender that manifests in adolescence, but each changeling can adapt his or her form to be either gender, hermaphroditic, or entirely genderless. A changeling can alter his or her gender and reproductive abilities as part of using the race's shape change ability. They can fully shapeshift into other genders. Two changeling parents breed a changeling child. A changeling and a humanoid can mate to produce an offspring, with the child having a 50% chance to be of either race. If changeling with the racial... Is there okay. If changeling in the female form conceives a child, she loses the ability to change her gender until after the child is born. Yeah, because that would present a problem, wouldn't it? Pastors always choose one gender and feel very odd or uncomfortable at the thought of not being that gender. They follow the sexual norms of their portrayed races, but often live celibate lives. They find the gender flexible becomers disgusting perversions, and the often genderless reality seekers even more disquieting. Becomers usually feel uncomfortable switching between comfortable switching between genders. A becomer tends to adopt whatever gender most suits his or her role at the moment. Becomers so thoroughly adopt the multiplicity of personas they represent that it can cause incredible confusion in relationships. Take, for example, the tale of Bin the Legendary Lover. Bin was a becomer who held many different identities and was extremely true to them all. The changeling was Fitron Trueheart, a male dwarf merchant devoted to his dwarf wife and staunchly adherent to their vows of monogamy. Fitron was away from home quite a bit for reasons of business. Alternatively, Bin was Loopmotten Stumbleduck Knackle, a female gnome who occasionally worked at a brothel in Charr. At other times, Bin visited Rainhaven to meet with her mate as a shifter named Carson. Identity after identity unfolds, and tale after tale is told of this changeling hero and his many loves and escapades. Most show Bin on the edge of being discovered and tell of how he cleverly manages to conceal his identity. The longest version of the popular tale links Bin to more than 50 different long-term relationships and hundreds of other more casual liaisons. Reality seekers prefer other reality seekers as their romantic companion or mates. For them, the most important aspects of a relationship with another changeling are truth, honesty, and trust. Their worldview includes the concept of sharing themselves with multiple partners and even group marriage. They are open with each other an issue of gender. So they could be... consider which gender is most comfortable for your character. How much of your time do you spend in that form? How comfortable is your character with changing gender? What type of person is an ideal romantic partner for you? Are you actively seeking a life mate, or do you avoid romantic entanglement entirely? Well, that question was answered. Gender probably doesn't matter to them. They're probably closer to a becomer. They probably don't care. They do have a default gender when they're in their true form, but they might prefer, you know, a different... They might not even care. They'll just be like, yeah, I don't really have one. I don't really care. We could make a Fuda. And then they adopt the names of the race that they most closely associated with, probably human. So you have to pick a human name for them, which I will do, because there's no way you guys are gonna... No way are you guys gonna... agree on a friggin' no. Let's not go on a Fudanari safari. You're probably right. But that's that, I think. That's the character. I'll pick the name. I'm not gonna let you guys pick a name. That's friggin' ridiculous. You guys will never find a consensus on a name. Everyone has different ideas for names and what the character should be called and what they, you know, identify as and all that shit. Sue! No, we're not doing straw poll. We're not picking. You're not picking the name. In fact, I think what would make the most sense. What would make the most sense is that you guys don't even know the name. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he, she, they don't remember their name. Or maybe we'll figure out their name at some point. Or maybe all their different personas could be chat names, but we'll see. So for now, I think that's enough of that. I think we're done. I'm actually getting kind of a headache, and I need to eat something. So for now, we're gonna end off, and might come back tomorrow. I don't know. Let's see. I should stream more. I got a bunch of games that I want to play that I need to stream more. So I think that's it. I think we're good. You guys made a Fool Arcana rogue. We did it. We made an actual coherent character that isn't bad. So congratulations. We have 9 health. That's gonna be fun. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for helping out, and I hope you guys enjoyed making a character. So see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Be excellent to one another. Make sure to go on a Fudanari